Hello YouTube, Infinite Magicraid community, Gandalf here. You can see that I'm back here at it again. And you know what that means. We're testing out the brand new hero. First of all, don't expect him to be doing a lot of damage. He won't be doing a lot of damage, alright? He is going to be a tank. He's going to be a support hero. He isn't going to do massive amount of damage from this perspective. Now, however, we are going to test him in PvP for sure because he does have some very, just raw DPS. Don't count on him for PvE content. For PvE, he's mainly used for providing, damage, direct, like one instance of damage mitigation. He's able to help your team survive a ridiculous amount of burst from the enemy. And of course, he's going to help in Purgatory of Sins because of the severe wounds. So, going over his kit, right? First attack, burn damage based on his max HP, higher than enemy HP percent. 10% of max HP. And this is not going to be checking ignore shield. So this is a great attack that ignores shield, which is great in PvP. And it's going to also help actually in Tower of Mark because there are some enemies that have shields. I wonder if that interaction will be like every single turn he's going to pursue, because there's some mechanics where every time when the enemy gets a shield, he's going to be able to move, right? So that's going to be very interesting there. So we can't test that, I guess. He's also going to apply a deep burn too. Yeah, so his basic attack is going to apply deep burn too. Not bad, not bad. When it comes his second skill, he's going to attack all enemies, deal burn damage to 7% of max HP, steal one layer buff from them. If they don't have any buffs, there's a 100% chance to inflict severe wound on them for 2 turns. Seems a little bit of luck. Doesn't seem to be doing a lot with this particular skill. It's just AoE, and it's an AoE 10% HP burn damage. Not a lot. Like, it's the same amount as basics. Okay. We'll go into the exclusive in a sec. Now, when the turn ends, okay, he's going to grant self a taunt. So at the end of every turn, he's going to put the taunt up. When the turn with the unit with burn unit tag ends, grants him a layer of molten iron up to 24 layers. So 16 layers is going to be required when he is fully scaled up at exclusive 0. He's going to consume all of it to grant the ally shield of fire for 1 turn. Meanwhile, cast Scorching Strike with the lowest HP once. Okay, so the shield of fire is going to allow immune to dark damage of a basic attack or skill once, then this buff is gone. So most bosses do like 1 stage of hit. So this is going to be like sort of like a pseudo damage immunity, but just for 1 turn. But you can get it pretty frequently because, if you're running a full burn team, there's going to be a lot of allies with the burn tag. So you can get it up pretty frequently. Grant your ally shield 60% of his health for 2 turns. Enters Heart of Iron for 2 turns. Each time enemy gets a shield, he will pursue attack them once. Each enemy can only pursue once and attacked by this effect once per turn. Okay, so if the enemy has a Nordak, that means he's going to be pursuing attack everybody once. Okay, at the beginning of the turn, grant self taunt, grant all allies immortal. Okay, under the status will extend the status duration by 1 turn. So once he has it, the status of this duration of Heart of Iron, he's just going to have it longer. The pursuit ended any unit turns. And the Scorching Strike will do 30% of the target's shield value. So bigger than enemy the shield, more damage, capping at 30% of his max HP. Okay, so you saw at the beginning of the video, he's not going to be doing damage. Let's just go into the fun stuff. We're going to bring out a Nordak team. Like, this is a pretty shieldy team. You got Wukong, you got Nordak. Let's see what happens here. We're just gonna put a couple of heroes here. Let's just put Lydia out here. Let's put a space out here. Let's just go. So immediately what we should see is, okay, he doesn't have Molten Fire. Now, doesn't it say that, okay, when he's under the status. Okay, so let's get him the status. Let's do a attack like this. I got it. Hold on. Whoopsies. Line up. Let's just give our team a little bit more speed. It's okay. We're just gonna check the mechanics a little bit here. Let me make sure his stats are reasonable here. Let's put him at like 800 HP, 40,000 attack, 30,000 attack. Let's give him 100% crit rate. No, is he? No, he's HP burn, right? So we don't need crit rate. We just need like 200 mastery. All right. Okay. Let's see what's he gonna do to the enemy with a setup like this. The extra damage is gonna be, let's just check again, right? This extra damage from, okay, it's counted as burn damage. Okay, so but then they do have the mastery block from Wukong. So yeah, but you see there's a lot of shields you can abuse. Okay, we're going to do this slowly. He should be able to attack everyone once, right? So now he has Heart of Iron up. Each time when the enemy gains a shield. Okay. Right, so you won't even be able to use this immediately because I have to wait until the enemy actually moves. Because when they move, they gain a shield. That's when it triggers. So, okay, so we're going to have to give it back to the enemy's turn. When it's the enemy's turn... Oh, something's happening here. When anyone moves, he's going to get the... Okay. He resets the chance. But not for everyone, right? Hold on, let's read this. This is such a confusing skill. Okay, so it's not everyone's will be reset. He will trigger it after they move. Okay. Okay, let's give ourselves like a Nordak or something. Let's make sure our Nordak's super fast. But fundamentally, there's something's not right about this, right? Here, I'm gonna make the enemy. Let's give the enemy a Thus instead, because Wukong is just gonna, nullify a lot of our damage. I thought Thus would be somewhere around here. Did I miss him? There's far too many heroes. There we go. Okay, so we should have another nice fat shield at the start of the turn. Okay. We got the Nordak shields. We got the Thess shields. Do this. Space. Let's get the Heart of Iron out. Let's do one more. And, oh, okay. Okay, so good. Those damage are really hitting now because there is no Wukong to stop it. Okay, did you see that? Did you see that? Do you see that damage there? Okay, the damage immunity is there, but everybody's turn when they move, right? He's just going at it because they have a Nordak and they're getting a shield. Okay, that was a 1.4 million right there. Yeah. Okay. It's a very niche situation to make this work. Get the thing up. We're gonna just push the Panda back this time. Okay, everyone's move. 14 mil. 1.4. That's a lot of damage. And boom. 1.4. She didn't get any shields. Why? I thought that oh, that was a counterattack. That was a counterattack. Never mind. Okay. So then Nordak gives everyone a shield. He's going to hit everyone once. Now, why didn't Nordak... See, the thing here is, it was supposed to go through damage immunity, right? Like, these hits are supposed to go through damage immunity, yeah? Or no? Like are they supposed to go through or not? Because I thought Nordak gave everybody okay, Nordak gave everyone a divine shield. We clearly saw some of the hits there did damage and some didn't. Now why is that? Oh, when an enemy gains damage immunity, grants him damage immunity for 2 turns. If he does not have it, he has a chance to 40% to remove it from the enemy. So you can see, like, the damage immunity was stolen from Seth, right? And he got the damage immunity. That's why for Seth, he was able to do the damage to him. And he's a 40% fixed chance of stealing them, right? So for the ones that he did steal, he was able to do damage to, and those who didn't steal, he was able to do the hits to. Now, does all of his attack ignore shield? No, this does not ignore shield, but his basic attack do ignore shield. All right, so that kind of explains his kit. Yes, we just got completely shredded there. How hard does my Henle hit? Oh, my Henle is quite something. It's quite something there. And of course, we have tiny amount of HP. All these heroes, relatively speaking, right? But if we had like just a little bit more, if the enemy had a little bit more shield, like I feel like he has PvP potential at E3. Now, of course, the devs are going to fix this bug. Just talked to Jonas already to get it confirmed. But I'm about to go to sleep, so I'm just going to upload this video. And he did guarantee and confirm that, there will be a quick patch coming out saying that all of the allies will get immortal for 1 turn. So your team effectively can't be, nuked on turn 1. Does that help in a lot of situations? Possibly, yes. He seems to be very niche counter to teams that have shields. But we do see that you got Atkins can punch through shields once he hits the same target for multiple times. Like, is it worth it to spend a lot of miracles on him? I mean, he's gonna help with your burn team because there's not a. I'm gonna say this, saying that I think a lot of people forgot the fact that feist, and this was discovered accidentally the other day. And Devs, since you're watching this, most likely, can we please fix his tags? Okay, he's got burn, but he does have severe wound as well. Okay, he has inferior severe wound, and people are forgetting about feist. And you can definitely run a feist team, and use feist as one of your DPS, and run something like a Santa, and so you like Santa and I don't know, Lydia or something, like to optimize your last two slots instead of using Surtur, which gives you a shield, right? But really you're just using the severe wound, and you're better off just to use feist, because feist can apply severe wound a lot more consistently wherever he's applying I think any allies, right? Sorry, let's just go back and check again, because we're forgetting some of these epic heroes, right? Feist, you can get that inferior wound onto the enemy whenever feist inflicts burn on them. So his auto attack is going to get a burn. His second skill has a chance of landing a burn, right? So there's a pretty reliable way for him to apply burn. So you could get those severe wounds on the enemy. With that out of the way, I really don't recommend you getting the hero, because if you're just getting him for the severe wound, you have feist, and feist is just make sure you save a copy of him next time you see him, and don't be dumb like me and forgetting about that. The other note I would say is, if you want him for PvP, we do realize that, I mean, yes, I feel like he's a great counter to Nordak, but we're not really struggling with Nordak, aren't we? We're struggling against Eratos, so we're really trying to save for. I would recommend you save your miracles for that counter to Eratos come. And with that, you can see I'm down to absolutely no gems. I was one pity away, and I got E2 Eratos, because I was like, last day I'm getting my Eratos to E2 instead of getting a fresh Surtur. Just, I don't think he's, especially falling behind such a strong hero. I think this is probably the banner where the game developers probably made the most money, because I haven't seen that many people get a limited E3 this quickly. Okay, I see people with E5 Eratos in Arena, right? Like I think I showed it the other day in the ranking, and look at the team and see how many people with E5 Eratos. It's absurd, okay, what people are running with. Just because how good she is, that the extra stats are worth it to these people. So with that said, here's my review for the new hero. Yes, there should be a patch coming very soon to fix the Immortal. I don't think having turn 1 Immortal, is going to save him. I just don't think he's worth your miracles at this point, given how every 2 weeks we're going to get miracle heroes. He's probably on the weaker range compared to the last 4 or 5 we have seen. So yeah, and I think a lot of people are out of miracles anyways, so it doesn't hurt to wait out the 2 weeks. Now we have to see also tomorrow, right? We have to look at the Echo. I don't think they updated his Echo yet, but I think tomorrow we will see an Echo for him as well. Maybe the Echo will be super game changing and change his mechanic a little bit. But tomorrow's when the hero come out, when the Echo come out, I'll capture in the next video if I feel like there's some redeeming points to him. But for the time being, I'll just say use Feist if you need a burn hero with a severe wound, and if you're looking for PvP to counter teams with shields, just nuke right through them. Come on, you don't need him, and it's very limiting. It's like you have to wait until the enemy takes the turn, and if you can't kill them on that particular turn, if it's a small shield, you're still not going to be doing a ton of damage, right? Like 10% damage, and they need to have like a massive shield for you to pop them. Like I would say, if you're trying to be gimmicky, like here's a hero that I actually used quite a bit early game because everybody had a Catherine, and I will be using Holy Parliament. I'll be using a Frey. Early game, man, Frey at exclusive 3, I was doing some real crazy attack. Like the enemy had like a whim plus Catherine, and boom, I was one-shotting everybody just because how big the shield they have is. I suppose if you're a newer player and you happen to roll a Surtur, you can deal with all of these whim, Catherine, Nordak teams really well early on when they get these shields. And they get a shield and you just pummel right through all of that. So there you go. But even the triggering condition, right? Like remember what I said about the triggering condition? Like if you're trying to use Surtur for PvP, you still need to have him take one turn. It's not like instantaneously, right? He starts with Heart of Molten Iron. Now imagine exclusive 3, okay? It's like at the beginning of the turn, Surtur gets, Heart of Molten Iron, and then as the enemies just even spawning and getting all these shields on, he's starting to smack them. That will be very broken, but he has to take a turn to get into that status, which makes him all of a sudden not that strong. So there you have it. These are my thoughts on the brand new hero. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys next time. Gandalf out.